Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live training. And it was all set up and now it's acting up. Let's see if we can get this to work. Show in. Yay! Okay. I think we're on business now. Okay, so if there's anyone on and you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me because I spent an hour testing the sound on this earlier and I'm not sure if I am coming across. Yay! Okay, awesome. I tried testing with my cell phone as a on the live, but that just created even more feedback, and it was rough. So I've got an hour-long video of me just like talking to myself with like feedback. It's crazy. All right, so tonight we are talking about shopping for your container garden on a budget at the Dollar Tree. If we have not met yet, my name is Quincey Adams, and I want to help you grow some of your own food in a small space on a budget. And let's look at Dollar Tree first. I know now is not the optimal time to buy things for your garden, but we are coming up on end of the season sale time for gardening supplies. And also, when you find good things at Dollar Tree, that's the kind of store where you want to buy what's in the store and then go online and buy a case. And you can do that at Dollar Tree. It's amazing. So let's look at first, let's go to the most obvious place, and that's going to be, let's just scroll through here real quick. There's all kinds of randomness here, but we are going to go to shop by department, and we're going to go look for the garden supplies. That is going to be under seasons and occasions, garden supplies. Now, normally they're going to start putting stuff out in like late January, early February. So that's the time when you really want to go out and start looking for these things. And I know they're not going to have it every store stocked. If you have a couple Dollar Trees in your area, you might want to look around or just go straight to the website. And it's just thinking, awesome. That's okay. Here we go. So being hooked up to Facebook through a third-party platform makes this go slow. I apologize for that in advance, but we're still going to be able to see some stuff. So this is categories. And with these kinds of things, if you're doing this on a budget, don't be afraid to think outside the box. Like, if they don't have the exact thing that you want, you might be able to achieve that in some other way. So let's look at gardening planters in pots real quick, if this goes here. And I did check this on Saturday before the first time we were supposed to do this. They don't have a whole lot right now online, but that doesn't mean that you can't go in and find a bunch of stuff in a local store that has not sold out. All the gardening supplies and the places near me are sold out. They sell out quick. I was definitely looking. They had these awesome stackable 3-section planters, and I went looking for them, and they were all gone. So what they have right now, so they've got this, do you guys see this? This cocoa plant liners. This is a good buy. Something like this, if you've already got hanging baskets, then this is a good buy for those. These terracotta clay pots, these are a little small. So these will be cute for little herbs, but you can't put anything really substantial in there, so I would skip these. And let's see, oval galvanized planters. How big is this? I actually did not check the sizing of the planters. It doesn't say it on here, so we're gonna, real quick, if it'll let us, see what kind of capacity, because this could be a really fantastic buy. If it's small, then it's going to be good for herbs If it's bigger, then you're looking at something that could be good for beans, maybe for some peppers. I doubt it's big enough to accommodate cucumbers or tomatoes, but like if you're trying to achieve an aesthetic on a budget, the dollar store is a good place to start. Sorry, that was my dog. This is taking forever to load. And we're loading. And we're thinking. And I see nothing. So we're refreshing the screen. And if this doesn't come up, we're going to move on. Yep, see, nope, page unresponsive. So we're going to try to go back. And we're still thinking. Do you guys see a little spinner? See, it's showing me here that it's there, but it's not there. So we are going to move on to the next category, because gardening supplies is not the only place you want to look. If I were going in person to Dollar Tree, I would honestly go up and down every single aisle, because there's going to be stuff that you're going to find that's useful in the party supply section. You're going to find stuff in with the kitchen supply section. So you want to make sure if you're going in person or if you're doing this online that you're thinking a little bit wider when you're searching. Don't just look at the garden section and be like, oh, they don't have anything. Because I promise you, I bought stuff last year in the party supply section. I bought some stuff that I think was supposed to be for kids to play at the beach, for containers and for harvesting. And they definitely have in their storage section lots of containers that you can grow in. And they have like laundry baskets, which are clutch. And if you've seen pictures of my garden, you know I love me some laundry baskets, because they're just a good size, and you can line them with landscape fabric and replicate a fabric container and get some good airflow for your plants, for the roots. And it will make sure that there's no excess water in there. I love them. Let's see. This may be painful. It's still thinking. If you guys have any questions while we're waiting for my very expensive yet testing my patience internet, then go ahead and put your questions in the comments. I just want to show you some of the things that you could be looking for at Dollar Tree. Wow, really? Okay. Hot buys online. Add these to your cart now. I would like to see the menu again, please. Some of the things that I've bought at Dollar Tree last year, I'll just run through some of the things. I bought a bunch of hooks for hanging planters. So what I did was I bought some regular plastic pots at Walmart that were on clearance, and then I drilled some holes at the top, and I put the little hooks through, and I turned them into hanging baskets, and then I bought these hooks that I screwed into my wooden fence. And so I bought the hooks and the hanging apparatus from Dollar Tree and added them to some clearance pots at Walmart and made them hanging containers. And let's see. I want storage. Cleaning and storage. Because this is also this is a good place to check. So there's gonna be mostly plastic containers, which are good. You can drill holes in them. They're very versatile. Also, what you may find are some metal wire baskets that are supposed to be for laundry, or not for laundry, for dishes. Those are good for going over to set on top of your plants if you've got small animals or that are eating up your vegetables. Do you buy from Dollar Tree online and have them mail it to you? Yes. if I'm going like pre-pandemic, then I would go in the store, but because I have underlying health conditions, I'm not trying to. I'm like only going to stores that I need to go to. I try to get as much stuff shipped to my house as possible. When you buy stuff from Dollar Tree, you have to buy by the case, but you're talking about items that only cost $1. So you can't just go in, ooh, let's look at these storage bins, boxes, and containers and see what they've got. So you're not going to be able to buy one or two online. You're going to end up getting 24 or 12 or however many go in the box. So if you don't have space for that, or if you don't need that many, then maybe you should like call a couple friends and be like, hey, I'm going to get these things from the Dollar Tree. Do you want to buy half of them? And split up the cost. The shipping is reasonable. I think they do FedEx. Um, I was doing a test on Saturday, but even without going through the tunnel, it was slow. So I'm not going to do that today because this is really slow. But you can test it and put in your zip code to find out how much the shipping is going to be. And I want to say that the shipping was only going to be, I think, $7 or $8 for me. There is a Dollar Tree fairly close to me, but it's not anything that I like really need at the moment. So it's not a store that I want to go into because I have underlying conditions. Okay, so all of these baskets, these little totes, this is 13.5 inches by 12.5 inches by by 9. Okay, this is a good size tote. So this right here, this you can grow some tomatoes in. I'm not gonna, I don't know if my internet can handle if I pull up some calculators on Google. I would definitely need some online calculators to figure out exactly what the capacity is in gallons. But based on the measurements, I'm gonna guess that it's somewhere around in the 3 to 5 gallon range, which is a good size for. You can do some cherry tomatoes in here, or maybe a bush cucumber. You could definitely do some peppers in here. And if you want galvanized, then the galvanized ones are good. And it's so slow. Oh no, do they not have them? Oh, it's still thinking. Still thinking. Okay, so what other things that I've gotten at Dollar Tree? I've gotten those. Um, I've got metal hangers for plastic pots, and then I also got some fabric ones that are like the old school macrame. Oh, this is gonna take a long time for the picture to come up, but it looks like they do have these. It's giving me the product details. This is a good buy. Case quantity is 36. So if you don't need 36, go find a couple friends who need some. These are good for like storage. You've got kids' toys around, dog toys, organizing your closets. These little baskets are fantastic. I also have a couple baskets similar to this. I got them, I'm pretty sure, at Walmart. They have rope handles. They're bigger than this, but I use them to mix my soil. So I like to mix my own soil. So I'll get like some potting soil or garden soil, and I will mix in perlite and compost and sometimes vermiculite or whatever else I have. And so I'll make a batch at a time in a separate bin. And then as I'm filling pots, then I'll just have my small batches, or not small, but like larger batches of soil without having to like mix everything in place or mix it on the ground, because there's a very good chance that I am going to get distracted or have to go do something else before I finish what I'm doing. And I don't like leaving stuff outside because we've been getting a lot of rain. Okay. So this is free in-store pickup. Ooh, so you can get it delivered to your house, or you can order this online and have it and do an in-store pickup, which would be also a good choice if you do not want to just be out and about at all the stores unnecessarily. This is definitely a good buy, and I might actually buy some of these off camera after I calculate. the actual capacity of these, because I think I definitely need some more containers for my tomatoes. Oh, this is a good buy. I'm so excited about this. These are new. I did not see this on Saturday when I was pre-checking the store. So does anyone have any questions about other categories to look at or what else you can get at Dollar Tree? I also like to look there for plastic trays. I like to, on all my containers, because I have to move them, but also because I have them set on, some of them are set on chairs, some of them are set on tables, a lot of them are sitting on my wood deck. I don't want the water to like come in contact with the surface they're sitting on. So I use plastic trays or foil trays, whatever I can find that's the best match for the size. So if you're looking for foil trays or just shallow plastic trays, Dollar Tree in their either their party section or some of the bigger ones have have a pretty big, substantial party section. Or online, I know that they have a like not party supply. What is the word I'm looking for? It's like party supply, but just a bigger one. Waste baskets are also good. Some of my plants are planted in little plastic waste baskets that I got at IKEA. So it's just when I'm out and about, if whatever I need that's a certain size, if I see something that'll work for that I'll pick it up. It doesn't matter what color, it doesn't matter what shape. I would also probably plant in some of these decorative cube storage containers. I actually have some that are stained and I don't like them facing out. And I think I'm going to try and grow some beans in them because I don't want to look at them on my shelves anymore. Waste baskets. Swing top. You definitely don't need a swing top. 7-quart plastic oval waste basket. Okay, this is good. 9.5 by 9.25. Okay, this is a good size too. These are all good sizes. You definitely want to check the bottoms to see what what the code for the plastic is on the bottom. But these are a good size to grow in. So don't skip Dollar Tree if you think they don't have any garden stuff. They've got storage containers, they've got laundry baskets, they've got waste baskets that are perfectly fine to grow in. Let's see if there's anything else. Cleaning and storage. I want to look at laundry real quick, and then that will be it because I think you guys get the gist. Actually, let's not look at laundry. Let's look at the kitchen, because definitely they usually have bamboo skewers. I use a lot of those. They're good for short stakes for small plants. They're good for labeling things. I use them as dividers. I've got some fabric bags that are 2 feet by 2 feet, and I use the bamboo sticks while I'm planting to mark off the square foot inside, so I have an idea of like what can go in each one. I also use them for all manner of poking things. That sounds weird, but they're just very, very useful whenever you need something like that. This is going to take forever. And it's still thinking. You guys can see that, right? Yeah, you guys can see that. And we're spinning. Okay, so these laundry baskets right here, awesome choice. I would line these with landscape fabric. If you don't have landscape fabric and that's not in your budget, then you could go with some of the Coco Coir liner baskets. Ooh, see this basket right here with the handle? I bought like 5 of these last year at Dollar Tree. These are great for just moving stuff around. I haven't planted anything in them yet, but I probably will this year. And this laundry basket size, this is probably good. This is a good size to do some potatoes, do some tomatoes, some cucumbers. These are good. All of these baskets, fantastic to grow in. Drawer organizers. See these? shelves. So this one is open. No, it's gonna make me wait. But little metal racks like this are good to set up as protectors around your plants. If you've got small critters coming in, you can build a little barrier. It doesn't have to be very substantial, but if you've got stuff like chipmunks and rabbits coming in and eating your leafy greens and all your seedlings, you can make a small little barrier to keep them out short term until your plants are big enough to withstand the pressure. Oh, it's thinking. These waste baskets also, if you don't have the Coco Coir liners or landscape fabric, you could use a sheet. You could use a garbage. You can use a garbage bag. Anything to line a container with lots of holes in it would work. I mean, I wouldn't grow in a garbage bag year after year, but if it's your first year and you really needed to grow a garden and you only had, say, $10, you can get a couple of containers. You can get a bag of soil. You can get some seeds, and you can get started at the Dollar Tree. I don't see any seeds on here right now, but I know that they do sell seeds here. You can get seeds anywhere. I've seen seeds at random stores. All the big box stores carry seeds. I would not be surprised if they had seeds at like a larger like truck stop. I've been surprised at the amount of like the variety of things that you can find at a truck stop. I would not be surprised. I've never specifically seen seeds, but I've seen all kinds of other things. So just if you want them, be on the lookout. It's still thinking. Page unresponsive. This website must be so busy. So popular. Okay, so without going any deeper in here, a plastic plate like this could be a good saucer for underneath a small container. These vases, I've got several of them. I use them for cuttings. I like to have cut flowers in my house. I cut them from my garden. I cut a couple irises every week because I've got them just spreading across my whole front yard, and I put them in vases. I use these for my sweet potatoes. I've got a bunch of vases. Some of them I bought. Most of them had candles in them at some point, but these vases are awesome for germinating things like not germinating, that's not the word I want to use, for rooting out things like your kitchen scraps, your potatoes, your onions, those kinds of things, for cut flowers. You can use them out in your garden, but you're like potentially having your roots exposed to too much direct sun, so I wouldn't advise growing in the outside, but you could definitely grow stuff in them inside. And then they also have cute things like for decoration for your garden, but we are talking about starting a garden in a budget, so we don't need to get cute stuff. So are there any other questions? I'm sorry, that was a little bit rambly. It was a little bit longer than I wanted to, but you could definitely get what you need to start a garden at the Dollar Tree for about $10. I mean, they don't have the soil right now, but I know that they do have soil sometimes. And the soil that I bought most recently, I got it at Walmart. It was $6, I think like $6.88 for a 2 cubic foot bag. That's a big bag of soil. And that's enough to fill several of the containers that we've looked at today. So if there are no other questions, then I will just let you guys know that I will do some other stores. If you've got other stores you want me to look at live, then put it in the comments and I will do them another day. Not Thursday, but maybe that will be a Saturday thing that we can look at. We can go shopping online and find some budget garden things. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. Tell me what stores you want me to look at, and ask your questions. And have a good night. Bye.